Okay, I found this little piece right here. This was missing on the last video. This is the seminal vesicle. So now we're going to go over the torso models. You can obviously tell which is anterior from posterior. So the rectum is posterior. This right here would be your urinary bladder. And here is the penis with the glans penis and the external urethral orifice. Now, when we look at the basically the structures of the male reproductive, this is the spermatic cord. Here's the testes and the epididymis. Now there is a special muscle, that's smooth muscle that surrounds the testes called the dartos muscle, and then a muscle over here that travels down the length of the spermatic cord called the cremaster muscles. Now sperm have to be produced at a certain temperature, so the testes do have to descend down the inguinal canal before they're born, or else a guy will not be able to produce children. So when we talk about the cremaster will relax whenever a guy is hot, so they kind of hang a little bit lower. And then whenever it's cold, the testes want to stay warm, so this will contract to change the height of the testes. The dartos basically is going to, squeeze whenever they need to keep the sperm warm in the testes, and then it'll relax. So the height and the shape of the testes is going to change shape to keep the ideal temperature for sperm. Now, your spermatic cord, again, is going to be your blood vessels. Inside of your spermatic cord, you are going to have the ductus deferens, which transports sperm to the ejaculatory duct, and we'll talk about that. Now, if I took this structure off, if you did a cross-section of the penis, the posterior cavity is going to be your corpus cavernosum, and then where the urethra is the corpus spongiosum. When we open up the penis, it will look the same as the other model. Things are hard to get apart. You do have the corpus spongiosum and the corpus cavernosum. The urethra going through the penis is called the spongy urethra because of the corpus spongiosum, which is an erectile tissue. Now, when we look at this picture or this model, I really like this model because you can see the rectum, you can see the urinary bladder, but you can also see the bulbourethral gland a little bit, which is like right in here. Now, there are 3 areas of the urethra for a male. As urine leaves the urethra of the urinary bladder, we call it the prostatic urethra because this is the prostate gland. Right here, this little short section is called the membranous urethra. Now, surrounding the membranous urethra would be the bulbourethral gland. It's a kind of a stretch, but I have a good model for that. And then when it hits this corpus spongiosum, this is all called the spongy urethra. Now, male urethras are going to transport both urine and semen, and they're also very long compared to a female. Part of the length of the male urethra is the reason why females get more bacterial infections or UTIs, urinary tract infections. For a female, the urethra is very short and close to the anus. A male has a very long urethra.